Hi, everyone. Tali Tzour. I'm the Chief of Staff of Jewish National Fund here in Israel. So I spoke with Michal today, I don't know, 10 times, 15 times. We're on the ground. We're in touch with each and every affiliate, community, mayors, regions, those around Gaza and those in the Arava and Ramat HaNegev that are absorbing them. We know what is going on every hour. So, Michal, I apologize in front of everyone for nudging you so many times today, and I love you. I love you. Guys, I'm going to try to recap what we've done here on the ground in Israel from day one, from Sunday morning. We've arranged for a short presentation. And this is, of course, only the first week. Before we start, a week ago, on Wednesday, October 4th, we took 80 Americans as our guests to Eshkol region, to Chalutza, for a wonderful Sukkot day where we met with the farmers and the municipalities and the mayors, and we sat with Michal and we laughed with them. And the mantra was that this region, when we stood by Kisufim, one of the kibbutzim, this region is 99% heaven and 1% hell. And it was hard to believe how fast we're gonna face it, what a terrible hell this region can be. So on October 7th, as you all know, Saturday morning, the war started. 1,300 people were murdered. This is the largest number of Jews killed in a single day since the Holocaust. You all saw pictures and videos, in the media, but it's not just rehabilitating these communities. It's not just painting them or planting the new seeds. It is totally destroyed, as Michal mentioned before. Just to remind those of you who are not familiar with the map, this is Gaza Strip. These are the communities around Gaza. This is Re'im. Do you see my arrow? Can you see my arrow? Yeah, okay. This is Re'im, where the nature party took place. Kfar Aza, where Ophir Lipstein was killed. Be'eri. And this is Naveh, one of the three communities of Chalutza. So we basically traveled around this area, and it was a gorgeous day. And what happened since then, you can all see here by the numbers, terrible numbers of the wounded people, the deaths, and the hostages. The IDF spokesperson, Jonathan, mentioned the fact, that Israelis are more than willing to join and draft and serve the country. In fact, there's a line of people who want to draft to the army. There's more than 170% response to the call to come and serve our country. So Sunday morning, we decided to open a situation room here in Hod HaSharon together to collect all the needs of Eshkol regions, Sderot, Sha'ar HaNegev, Bnei Shimon, and other, and execute, whatever they need. We work closely with all of our affiliates, Makom, Green Horizon, Shomer HaChadash, Lauder Employment Center, the municipalities in the Negev, in the Arava, everyone. So far, Elot region was able to absorb, and the numbers are growing every minute. 2,200, Ramat HaNegev 1,500, Central Arava 1,500, and Mass High School in Hod HaSharon, we have the capacity of 400. We've already absorbed more than 100 people who came here from Sderot. So these are some pictures, and as you can see on the left side, people are cooking and distributing food and clothes. The people lost everything. They didn't have the time to pack, right? They're running away. And on the right side, you see one of our colleagues in Central Arava entertaining the kids in a greenhouse in the Arava. This family that you see on the right arrived yesterday afternoon to Alexander Mass High School in Hod HaSharon. We welcomed them. We went to say hi, and they were looking at us as if we're angels saving their life. They looked at me and they said, you know, Tali, when we were loading the cars with the luggage from home in Sderot, while we went up to bring another suitcase, a missile hit the car and we could not even drive the car. We cannot believe that we are here. We cannot believe the loans, the atmosphere. We cannot believe that you allowed us to stay over here. And the second thing that they told me was, how long can we stay? How long can we stay? I said, you're here, you're safe. Don't think of how long. You're here on the ground, you're safe, you have everything that you need. And they were walking with me, you know, throughout the campus and looking around, and they said, we can't believe it. We just can't believe it. I said, don't worry, there are not so many sirens in Hod Hasharon. I myself is a resident of Hod Hasharon. So they said, we're not concerned about the sirens. So what are you concerned about? They said, we cannot believe that we can walk without being afraid that there's going to be another drone with terrorists landing in our terraces and balconies and neighborhoods. We were not allowed to go out of our shelters for 1 second because of the real threat, not only of the sirens and the missiles, the terrorists around us. We don't know where they will come from. So all of a sudden, it's as if you gave us freedom again. I have not managed to leave the campus. 24 meals of shawarma were sent only to this family, and tens of calls from residents from Hod Hasharon who wanted to send them, and they ended up with pizzas and Chinese food and shawarma. And this morning, clowns and entertainers called to give them, you know, to come and entertain the kids, and tablets were sent to these kids. And I cannot, this is part of whatever is going throughout Israel. Everyone in Israel on the ground wants to feel that he can help these people, that he can help the war, that he can feed the soldiers, that he can supply whatever is needed. That's the atmosphere on the ground. So the immediate needs of the communities and the evacuees are, as we said, evacuation of the residents, short and long term. Yes, when you see the burnt houses, yes, it has to be long-term solution. They cannot move back and just paint it. They need equipment, and equipment, if I'm telling you, I got a call today from a lot region, they need doctor kits, they need the first aid kits, they need mattresses, they need things that you wouldn't believe, because they're all absorbing and taking care of these evacuees. And of course, we're not in the stage yet, but the recovery and therapy for these people is part of their rehabilitation, and it will take, unfortunately, many, many months and I don't want to say years. So every minute, every hour, we get more and more requests, and that will add up for sure for tens of millions of dollars that we will have to really help these communities. I'm not going to go over the list, but as you can see, we're running lists and breakdowns of everything that we do, every request and every approved request, and the money was transferred, and we know exactly what's happening all over the country. Louder Employment Center, which is usually used for, you know, high quality positions in the South, we have turned the place into a distribution center for the needs for the residents, the evacuees, the soldiers in the area. Trucks of mineral water have been delivered yesterday to IDF units. Volunteers gave hundreds of packages to wounded people and the soldiers that were packed by the Alexander Mas High School kids yesterday. These are some of the soldiers. This is the truck. These are the soldiers that we're going to watch in a second in a short video. And today we sent trucks with clothing, with socks and the underwear and undershirts and stuff like this to the people to be packed. And these are volunteers at the Louder Employment Center in the Negev, in Beersheba, doing it.
We the Combat Mobility Team wanted to thank especially JNF America and Lauder Center in Be'er Sheva for the donation. We much appreciate it. We're soon going into Gaza to kick those bastards' ass. Thank you for the depth of our heart.
So, as I said, the kids 2 days ago packed over 1,300 packages. The number that we're showing over here, the 80,000, has increased to more than 95,000. Steve Katnow, the director of the school, just sent me the updated number every hour. These kids from America, they're already back home. They had to leave yesterday with tears in their eyes. They didn't want to leave. They wanted to stay over here on the ground and to help. And meanwhile, they continue to raise money from their family, and almost $100,000 have been raised. These are the kids 2 days ago packing with music and so much, commitment. So how can we help? The mental and physical rehabilitation of the evacuees is going to be a very long, a very complicated and very expensive process. I know we're all here because we love and we care and we feel committed and we feel part of Am Israel. To allow us on the ground here in Israel to assist these people and these communities, we need your help, to support the campaign, to help us to assist the communities and the families to rebuild their lives now in wherever they are around Israel. And I hope very soon to go back to their communities, rebuild them, and resettle their life. To do that, just go to jnf.org, support Israel. Toda rabba lachem.